since it's free, all the better, and it only runs off of ads. And if you don't have Wi-Fi connected, you don't even have to worry about ads when you play that game. It was a different time back then. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today is going to be a bit of a story time, so sit back, grab a beer, grab a coffee, and venture with me as I talk about how my Bubbles series channel got started. Still need to work on shorting my intros, an ongoing process. Friends, family, clients, prospective clients, when they look at my channel, they're like, wow, okay, you have a lot of YouTube content that you've been making recently, talking about YouTube marketing, talking about building career, a path on YouTube, but there's also a ton of random things on your channel. And I thought, you know what, today I'm going to switch gears and just sit back and talk about how my channel came to be, how I garnered hundreds of thousands of views in the past when it came to YouTube. Bubble World. What is Bubble World? Bubble World was an Android game back then in the day where it was free and it only survived by making ads. They had 200 plus, I think 400 levels in total. And way back in the day, they were popular because first, it didn't require a lot of software to run, meaning that it was a low entry point. Anybody who had an Android device, who had a smartphone, was able to play it. And then the other thing too is that since it's free, all the better, and it only runs off of ads. And if you don't have Wi-Fi connected, you don't even have to worry about ads when you play that game. It was a different time back then. As a result, what I did was I started playing that game, and I started to post solutions on my YouTube channel. I loved playing that game. It was really fun. It's basically trying to pop the bubbles, match it with the right colors, and I realized that I was actually doing pretty well. There were some tricky levels that I was able to find the solution for, and as a result, I just posted it on my channel, and slowly I was able to gain some traction. It's interesting because when you look back at how YouTube has evolved, even years ago, when I made these videos, it pretty much still follows the same formula. I post these videos because it's something that I'm passionate about, and I want to share the solution. I want to help people find the solution. I post them, and as a result, more people comment and start asking for more levels. There are some infamous levels that have hundreds of thousands of views because they're really difficult to pass and pretty much impossible for some. So as a result, as more people played this game, people ended up finding my content. And I continued to make videos for the hard levels, and I was able to succeed. And as a result, I have a whole bunch of Bubble World videos on my channel, which I will never take down unless if YouTube's algorithm changes. And I will never be able to pivot my content, in which case I will consider it. It's really funny how my passion for that one ignited that spark for me to go in and start uploading content on YouTube. That experience, that grassroots experience, definitely contributed to where I am today and how I'm able to make a living on this platform. I felt a lot of accomplishment when it came to making those videos. I was younger back then, I was still in university, and it was just cool seeing everybody being like, wow, you're so you're so smart, you're able to figure this out, or like, god damn, like this is quality content. And at that time, that made me feel really happy, and I was really able to feel a sense of self-fulfillment. When I say this out loud, talking about a game, sounds like bogus, but it is what it is, right? So as a result, I was making those videos for a while, and from that I branched out and made other games as well. The first one was a game called Bubble Mania, which had like a kitty that was shooting bubbles, and eventually, of course, when something gets a lot of attention, and in the mobile market industry, pretty much Bubble Witch saga, and kind of that saga just took over the entire shooting bubbles genre. So it got incorporated, it turned into a business, and they were able to suck the living life out of everything else. what do you expect, right? That's when money comes in, right? So that game wasn't as popular anymore, but it's pretty funny because of the fact that there are a lot of emerging markets for Android. There are still people who are watching my Bubble videos to this day trying to look for a solution. If you're still here, I'm going to talk about what I learned when it came to these gaming videos and how it actually taught me a lot of the information and a lot of the tactics that I use today for my clients and for myself. So what did I learn from that? The first thing is that it's just the idea of experimentation and the idea of how as long as there's a demand for something, it's a circle. That's how business works, right? Like you create something, you build something of value, you get feedback, and it's a machine. It keeps cycling. And that was no different for my Bubble series as well. I was able to build my audience. I was able to build my viewership, solidify my authority in this game because of the fact that there was constant feedback and I was able to make more content and I was able to gain momentum. I feel like it's a very good lesson to be learned because if there are ways to build off of existing success, that's always the way to go when it comes to content. And the Bubble World example is no different because I went from Bubble Worlds to Bubble Mania to Bubble Wish Saga and talking about other games as well. It's just a lot of games that was able to attract a variety of audiences. And that was years ago, before even the whole video marketing space took off and was able to turn into a career. So that's why I would say the first thing I learned was the fact that it taught me, as long as you experiment, as long as you continue to double down on a strategy that works, you're able to garner a certain amount of success on this platform. It also taught me about the idea of watch time and the idea of average view duration. And these are the things that YouTube uses to track people that are watching from the beginning of the video all the way to the end of the video. That's always important. And the thing about these solutions is that if you want to get the solution of this level, you have to watch from the beginning all the way to the end. And honestly, that was probably the secret sauce to why those videos blew up because they accumulated so much watch time on my channel. People would be watching from the beginning to the end. It taught me a lot in terms of being able to accumulate watch time and grow on the platform. I have a lot of good memories with that game. It's weird talking about it now. It was like a much simpler time in my life. And I actually played that game with my dad a lot as well. And I had a lot of good memories with that game. So I'm always happy to see people still watching it and still commenting and asking for solutions because I think that's pretty funny. And maybe one day, depending on how this video does even, I might make another video about Bubble Worlds. It's been part of me, part of my channel. It's helped my career. So all the power to it, right? Thank you for listening to me rant about myself and rant about YouTube. Hopefully I still gave you some insight when it comes to YouTube and was entertaining enough for you to stay until this part of the video at this moment right now. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.